What's up, guys? Johnny J's here. Welcome back to the club and welcome back to another episode of It Came from Aliexpress. Today we're actually looking at the first of these handhelds that I actually bought and then actually had the idea for this series. I've been holding off on it because the camera method I've been using really hasn't been cutting it. Apologies for the last video where everything's like ultra zoomed in, but had a problem with the file formats. But this time we're going to do it better because I actually have a cable we're going to plug into the TV. It's not going to be stereo, so headphone users, if you're listening on one earbud, you're probably not going to hear any game audio. So I recommend you listen to speakers or with two earbuds. So I don't have an official name for this one, but I mean, you can tell it's modeled to look after Game Boy. But from what I can see, if you search just retro game handheld console on like Aliexpress, Amazon, Temu, you'll find this one or a lot of similar ones. But this one here, you want to look for something that says, you know, 100, 200, 300 FC games in one. That's kind of the one that I have here. So again, this one shaped to look like a Game Boy or Game Boy Pocket. 4 face buttons, 2 of those being turbo, reset button in the middle, select and start, power on the top, and then you've got your 3.5mm jack, which we'll be plugging the AV cables into. Another interesting thing too is that the back cover actually comes off, and you can see it's just run by a cell phone battery, a lithium-ion battery, so something that you would find more commonly in flip phones. Now I saw this there and it was funny that the woman who sold it to me was like, is this an actual Game Boy? I said, oh no, this is not an official Game Boy. But I did take her around with this, so it's not going to be a full-on like, you know, first impressions video like I did with the PS Vita clone or the VX Gaming Game Boy that I got. This one I've already taken around in it, and there's actually a surprisingly good amount of good games on here. But we'll also look at the trash as well, because that's what these things are for. I've seen on Aaron and me will put up the Amazon link photos here. There are several different units that actually come with Famiclone controllers, so you can actually have 2 players. I have never seen these out in the wild. I might actually pick one of these up here because I think that would be kind of a funny video for my wife and I to actually come in and, you know, play these games on this little handheld. They also make ones that will support like SD cards, but these ones here are shaped to look like Game Boys, but on the back they actually have shoulder buttons as well. These are like really like mini PC, mini emulation machines, because you can run anywhere up to PS1, in some cases PSP, on these machines, which are pretty interesting. I might take a look at in the future, but let's get this thing powered on and let's go through the menu. So I'm running this through an audio video cable, and I also have, I can't show it on camera here, but I do have a AV to HDMI converter. Not going to give the best signal, but you know, it's good for what we need it. So let's turn this sucker on. Hopefully audio comes through. And there it is. Don't know how well you can hear that, guys, but I'll try my best to fix it here. So we got our nice Mario 3 menu, English and Chinese. Yeah, so we got 168 in 1 plus. Does that mean there's more? So one of the things too is that like you already look at this, like there are some games on here you thought you would never see. Kung Fu Panda, that looks kind of familiar, right? So yeah, let's start with Kung Fu Panda. You know, that great NES game from a movie that was made 20 years after the NES was discontinued. I highly doubt that this is Kung Fu Panda. Nope, it's just Mario Brothers. Also, it does this weird thing whenever you start. It stops the music. So this is just straight up Mario Brothers with no music. Funny enough, on one of my other machines here, I do have a version of this, but everything else has changed. I don't know if it was a weird other ROM hack. Hey. That's the Syrup Club leaf. I call for copyright infringement. What the fuck is that thing? Do any of these things appear in Kung Fu Panda? Oh, just straight up Power Star. Didn't even bother changing that sprite. What I gotta say though is that my camera's blocking the clock. Ooh. My camera's blocking the clock, but it is running at somewhat the correct speed. This has been the most playable version of Mario Brothers on one of these clone machines that I've ever had. And there's going to be some flickering because it's going to change signals. So on here, I'm not going to go through all the games, but now we got some Konami hitters on here. We got Jackal, Russian Attack. We've got TMNT Tournament Fighters, the NES version, which I'll play a little bit of that. Oh, we also see touchgameplayer.com. This is the ones that do the ROM hacks. Or like, get these ROMs, put them all into one ROM file. So is this the American version or? Yep. Yeah, one of the rarest NES games out there because this came out at the tail end of the NES life cycle. And a fighting game on the NES. Of course, I don't recommend actually trying to hunt down the cartridge for this unless you're a collector. This is available on the TMNT Cowabunga collection. But yeah, so far, like the official NES games that are on here, they run really not that bad. Especially like on the on the screen itself, it runs pretty decent. Come on. I need the ball. I need that ball. That's your special attacks. Okay, so then we also have Turtles 2, the arcade game. Slick Worm, I think it's like it's a shoot 'em up. This one's a banger. Captain America and the Avengers. And we got every single version of Contra on here. Contra 1, 2, or Super C, and Contra Force, which technically isn't a Contra game, but it's... I'm just gonna see real quick if this is the Japanese ROM or is this the American ROM. Oh, this is the American ROM. And did I do it? Ah! Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. At least this one starts me off with the regular gun, not the spreader. Sounds like they had to take a little bit out of the music file because I don't hear as much bass in the music. Yeah, this is definitely the US version because them leaves is not moving. Wait, why would I want fire? Nobody takes the fire. You take the fire, you're a liar. Okay. I just ruined my no death run. Okay, so this one has Double Dragon 2 and Double Dragon 3. And it also has a lot of the not River City Ransom, but I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation. I think it's like Kunikoon. Please beat me up in the streets if I mispronounce that. Yeah, but this is River City Ransom. And it's all of its virtual versions. I played this not too long ago. Well, it's been a while. It's been a few years back, and man, this series is. I think only like 2 of the games ever came out officially in the West. Oh, it might have been 3. I think Renegade might be in that realm. The art style is a little different, but like this, like this look that it's known for. I think it was this and like a dodgeball game. Anyways, moving on. We got Wrestle Soccer, Snow Brothers. We played that already. Guerrilla War. We got Chippendale Rescue Rangers 1. Top Gun Dual Fee. I want to say this is Top Gun, the Top Gun 2. And I am right. I don't know if you have to land the plane in this one or not. Which, by the way, landing the plane not as hard as the nerd makes it out to be. Oh, B is machine gun. Oh, right. Oh god, up is up and down is down. This is not how you fly a plane. Oof. That's really disorienting. Wait, why am I shooting missiles and bombs at the same time? That was weird. Yeah, World Cup Soccer. Which one is that? Ooh, that doesn't look familiar. Tetris 2, which is not the real Tetris 2, but it's just the Tengen version of Tetris. We got Battle City. Hey, Street Fighter 5 finally lost its exclusivity with Sony. Let's check it out. 1996. But now it says Street 6 for 12 peoples. Yeah, this is definitely a Chinese bootleg. So it's just the original World Warriors. World Warriors. We'll do a mirror match with Ryu. And we're fighting on the TMNT stage. Okay, B's kick. A's punch. We're floating around each other. Come on. Can I get any moves off? Nope. No, drop my combo. No. Let's try the Street Fighter 5, right? Laggy inputs. Oh no, I didn't hate Street Fighter 5 as a lot of people do. Maybe just because I don't play competitively. I will say the online was really bad, though. Especially if you're spectating someone like went all over the place. Like it would freeze and it would speed up. I will say Street Fighter 6 has made it way better. Can I just pull off one move? Oh god, how delayed do I have to make these inputs? I swear I'm doing it. I swear I'm doing it. Oh, there's throws in here. Okay. Yeah, he can do a Shoryuken. Why can't I? It's not my day. All right. Tiny Toon 2, which I think might just be Tiny Toons 1. Oh no, they made a Tiny Toons 2. What am I talking about? Yeah, this is the sequel. I never played it. I only played the first one. Oh. Oh. That's not what I want. Man, it kind of sucks that they I'll say it is like in the latter part of the NES life cycle, like people started to like really find their footing. And like, you know, I mean, sometimes you had to have extra extra chip or whatever in your cart, but man, they were really pushing the limits of what you could do on the NES. And I know you have to like go with new technology and do the stats at this point there, but man, like there was so many good games, like so many good looking games, and like they could, like I said, they could just push the hardware a little bit better out. I don't know how to avoid that, but yeah, I mean graphically that looks impressive for the time. I definitely want to give that another try. Again, this is one of the cool things about doing this series is they cram like games you would never think of onto these carts and these handhelds that makes you want to go, hey, I want to try that. Okay, so if we have a ROM hack of Mario with Kung Fu Panda, why do we need regular Mario? Oh, it actually runs smooth. Push that one up. I'm actually shocked. A version of Mario that actually runs. Well, there you go. Now, the goat is on here. How well does the goat run on this? I'm surprised they don't have Mario 2 on here. The colors are a little off. I noticing that's what's. Oh, It is the Famicom version. So that means it's going to be harder. So I will show you guys here in a second. So if I go and... Oh, I'm not going to do my normal playthrough. So if I hit... This turtle shell hits me, back to small Mario. Yeah. This is definitely the Japanese release of it. Because in North America, if you just do that, you just go back to Big Mario. But Mario 3 is still to go, even in this. If you would like to know more about Mario 3 Famicom version, click here. Take it to a playlist. I did a full playthrough of this many years ago when my wife and I pretended to be Game Grumps. Yeah, we weren't very original. Okay, so now we've gone with the goats. Let's go with the totes. Mario Brothers 6 from 1992. And I saw the other sprite. I pretty much know what this is. Well, hello, Buster Bunny. Yeah, this is one of those lazy ROM hacks where it's just like, let me take a... Oh. We'll try that again. Let me take a other platformer and just replace the sprite with Mario. Can I do a butt slide? Yep. Well, Tiny Toons is still a good game on its own right. Oh yeah, that great Super Mario character, Plucky Duck. I heard that sequel show's out, and I don't know how to feel about it yet. I haven't seen it. Okay, so now we're just jumping straight from 6 to 14. Mario becomes a ninja. I don't know which game that this is officially based off of. Well, apparently Wario made this, so... Now, I've got nothing against changing character sprites to add something new to a game. I just saw a video recently of someone took Shadow the Ninja from Natsume and replaced the sprites with Batman and Robin. And it was the NES Batman game. Oh, okay, he got backflips and shit now. But yeah, I'm nothing against those, but like, you gotta come up with a more creative title than Mario 14. Anyways, that's that. If anyone remembers what that game is, let me know in the comments. Alright, so Venture Island, Venture R2, we've already played this, another one. Crossfire, I want to say we played this on one of the other machines. Yeah, we did on the this must have been on the VX one, right? Yeah. Nice to play this on a television. I can actually see what's going on. Speaking of Crossfire, has anyone ever attempted to make a video game version of that board game? I think it would probably be like one of the easiest things to program. And I'm dead. I'll have to look into this a little bit more later. But yeah, Crossfire on a board game, I think that would work out pretty well. Or sorry, as a video game. All right, got Jackie Chan, the Jungle Book, which I didn't like. I kept thinking that this was like some type of weird ROM hack. I was like, no way, this is official. Apparently, this was official. Juoki. I look like Iron Man about to punch some zombies. So, Marvel Zombies? Oh, I was gonna say, are you gonna load? Why from your grave? This is Ultra. Was this a? Was Ultra Beast a, like this is a sick? I know there was like up. I know there was like they put Shinobi on NES through Tengen. Did they put Ultra Beast on the? Or is this some weird ass like ROM hack? Or not ROM hack, but like homebrew shit. Oh, I'm dead. No, I'm still alive. Oh, this bitch got range. What the hell? Ow, ow. Okay. I'm just gonna cut away from that. A lot of NES games did that. They weren't really aware of you know, people's photosensitivity. So stay with me, folks. It was the style at the time. A lot of Hulks coming after me. Oh, here comes the fly from your grave. Yeah, that's just full on Ultra Beast. Weird. I have to research that. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. Was this ever officially released? Yeah, Kickmaster, which is kind of a weird Kickmaster's kind of a weird obscure game, but I guess it's going up in value right now because of how obscure it is. I got a little Nemo Dream Master, fantastic game. Mighty Final Fight. So yeah, these units online usually go for about $20, $25, $30. So if you want to spend it on that as opposed to buying, you know, the cart for $300, this might be a good value. Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Gaiden 3. I'm gonna go through Ninja Gaiden 3 real quick. Wondering if this is like the North American version or the Japanese. Okay, Japanese version. This one's a little bit easier. Because it keeps with the tried and true formula of the past two Ninja Gaiden games, where, yeah, it's super difficult, but if you mess up, there's unlimited continues. Not in North America, because Nintendo wanted a little bit of that sweet rental pricing, so they purposely programmed in the North American version. Yeah, we're gonna have 5 continues, which is probably why you'll never see me have an honest attempt at this game. I am planning on doing an honest attempt at Ninja Gaiden 2. I've done Ninja Gaiden 1 over on Game Dates for Good. By the way, click the little eye. Oh, actually, I don't think I can link to other channels' videos. If I can, editor me put in that, or just say, hey, go subscribe to Game Days for Good. That's another channel that I do content on. That's all for charity as well. And I have a video on there where I basically make it like a boss rage from Maximilian dude. Shout out to Maximilian. Just, you know, spending as amount of time trying to beat Ninja Gaiden and beat it legit. And also for taking donuts for charity for people that wanted to mess me up. So there was times I had to put on oven mitts, play with the controller upside down. Luckily, no one decided to make me die or start over. And now I'm just playing Ninja Gaiden 3 for the hell of it. So that's not what this video is about. Mitsume Gai Toru. What is it? Loading. Stage 1. Okay. I'm just Tenshin Han, walking around. Probably another great Famicom game that they just never localized because it's like, oh god, American kids aren't gonna understand. Do it with a third eye and shoot stuff out of it. Hey, do Japanese. Give him a fucking hamburger. I think it does kind of look like Krillin and Tenshin Han did the fusion dance. Oh, puppy. Ow! Why? Puppies, I didn't do anything to you. Get off. Get off. I will collect your coins, though. Oh, I forgot the other 2 side buttons are turbo buttons, so if I really wanted to, I could just go pit pit. Blat, blat, blat. Okay, so one of those games I was just gonna sit there and play instead of focus on the video. But yeah, let me check that out. I might do a video on now. I know a lot of YouTubers do this where they just like find old Japanese Famicom games that never got translated or brought over. But damn if they're not good. Oh yeah. And this is someone in China trying to make Plants vs. Zombies on an NES. Oh, this sounds terrible. I don't know how to play this. I've never played Plants vs. Zombies. It's what, I collect these and I can build stuff? I made a potato. I do see people do this. Where it's like, hey, just put stuff here. Alright, the music's driving me nuts there. Powerblade II. Super rare game on the NES, but super fun. I haven't played a whole lot of the sequel, but I have played a bit of the first game. But goddamn, is this game ever polished? Again, this is rare just because it was super late in the NES life cycle. There's a game that's out right now that plays an awful lot like this. Yeah, I'm about to die. It's called it's Prison City. I almost said Prison Guy. And it's got a lot of elements from other NES games there, and I'm really stoked to play that. I'm just waiting for it to come out on console. Because I got nothing against playing it on PC. It is, I prefer playing stuff on you know, on my TV at home. We're still getting some heavy hitters in here, man. If you don't like this game, something wrong with you. Batman on NES. Has barely anything, if nothing to do with the movie. But it's just a good game. Like, I've had this conversation before about a lot of the Sunsoft movie license games, how they just are just so good. But I have a feeling is that they came up with the concept of the game first, and then just decided to put a license around it. There was an instance of it being the reverse. They had the license to the Terminator, but lost it. Oh, trying to remember which ones were my bat weapons. So they had it, lost it to, I think, either Acclaim, LJN, and then they were like too far along into the game that they made, so they said, okay, let's just make it an original story. Hence why we got Jury of Silius. But I feel like this, they made this like really cool action game. It's like, can we attach anything to this? Tim Burton's Batman, do it. Trying to remember if there was another instance of a Sunsoft game. Yeah. Fester's Quest is another one. It's this weird, kooky game. I don't think they ever designed that game fully with like Fester Adams in mind, or the Addams Family, because like the Addams Family movie had not come out yet, so it's not tied to the movie at all. Okay, I gotta stop, or else I'll keep playing Batman. Okay, and yeah, now we're on to, well, Rockman 3. Yeah, I was gonna say like the wallpaper says Rockman 3. Okay, if some like Nintendo programmer can tell me why the hell is this corner of the screen always flicker, and in all subsequent re-releases of this game, no one's been able to fix that. Everyone just accepts it. But yeah, I'll go to Gemini Man. Just because I love this music. Yeah, a lot of people will say, like, there's so big contention between Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 3. Like, which one's the best one? Because, like, Mega Man 2, like, refined the controls, 8 robot masters, and really set the formula. And, like, the music is godlike in it. But with 3, they give you the slide. And then they gave you Rush. Then Mega Man 4, they gave you the Mega Buster. And then they nerf Rush. Because people are like, oh, I can just Rush Jet over everything. It's like, well, no, that takes the challenge out of the game. But yeah, so I guess I should give like a quick review of how oh, I'm just running in place. Hey, bro. So the D-pad feels okay. The buttons though, I feel they're a little bit too small. But I mean, like, it's very responsive. Like, I don't like with the other machines, I don't notice any amounts of input lag. This one here is pretty one-to-one, especially when I have it connected to an HDMI cable, where you should be getting input lag. I'm not noticing any. Okay, so the Spider-Man game, judgment, this is the Sinister Six, and from what I remember, this is not very good. If it'll boot, oh, there we go. This all has that weird soundtrack, which I think is being muffled by the fact that there's no stereo. Oh no, there's a. Can't remember who actually made this game. I know it was produced by folks at LJN or Acclaim. Climb a wall. Oh, climb a post there. Oh, okay, so for webs I have to hit BNA. Yeah, Spider-Man 2 this is not. Which, oh man, I can't wait for Spider-Man 2 to come out on PS5. One of the many reasons I bought a PS5. That and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Tom and Jerry. If I remember right, this never officially got released? Or maybe it did. Where was this NES game? I know there was one Tom and Jerry game somewhere that never got released. There's like a prototype of it somewhere. And they just dumped that ROM on the internet. Oh, this one's not too terrible. I feel bad for killing them spiders. They're so adorable. They never did anything to anyone. Ow. I turn into an angel and fly away. Because cartoons. Mania. Oh, I gotta go with my goat. This my childhood.
That's why he's the GOAT!
Jimmy Key. Always go Jimmy Key. Out of all the baseball games, baseball NES, boo. Oh wow, I can get more than base hit. Yeah, let's fucking go. Get a double, get a double. Slide, 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 you bastard! Fuck you, I was safe. Oh. Stay. Hey, I got a double. All right. Go. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. No, go back to second. Why are you moving this? I love this game, I swear. But no, out of all the baseball games, bases loaded, nah. Baseball stars, nah. For me, it's RBI Baseball. Simple, fun. It also has a mercy rule. If you get like 12 runs in, that's it, game over. It's one of the rules I wish MLB would actually implement. It's like, there's no way you're coming back from 20-2. 1942. 80 days. Around the world in 80 days? This looks like Puss in Boots. Oh. Speed boots! Don't touch water. Cats hate water. Okay, I have no idea what this is. Yeah, Adventures of Dean. You got Lolo. Lolo 2, 3. Aetherial Fighter. Aladdin 3. Didn't we play this already and I made that Robin Williams joke? Yeah, I'm not repeating jokes. Is this the same Angry Birds from the last one? I have live, so... This is definitely not it. Okay, I think you're starting to get... No, we're actually getting into still... There's not a whole lot of, like, homebrew stuff that's on here. Okay, Banana might be a little bit there. We got Arkanoid. Porter. Okay, I think now we're starting to get into, like, the... Yeah, these are homebrew as hell. Bomb. Buggy Popper. Burrow Fighter, B-Wings. Okay, these are still some... Is this Bump and Jump? I think this might be Bump and Jump. Let's see. Yeah, the car looks the same. Who's ready for embarrassing time, story time with Johnny? I was a dumb kid and for some reason liked this game. And my friend had it. And I was like, can I borrow it? It's like, yeah, well, I need something else to borrow from you. Sure, what do you want? Double Dragon 2. So I got stuck with this game. And he had my Double Dragon 2. And it was one of those ones where, like, for some reason he wouldn't give it back. And, you know, it might have been that we were lazy shits and we're just like, it got to the point where the mothers got involved. We're just like, your son has my son's game. Your son has my son's game. All right, we'll meet up and trade them back. This be a valuable lesson, kids. Don't lend your games to people. Don't share. This is a tip from your Uncle Johnny. Don't share your games with people. I also make mistakes I did. Like, lend out your Double Dragon 2 for Bump and Jump. What else we got here? We got Chinese Checkers. Chubby Cherub, which is weird. I never knew about this game until I saw it in Game Chasers and then found out it was, like, really rare. Or it's starting to get rare. Destroy 1. This looks like... Yeah, this is Wrecking Crew. But modded all to hell. Completely new sprites. Oop. Well, Mario's dead. We got Dig Dug 2. We'll never get Dig Dug 1 in America. I don't know why. Dragon. Oh yeah, we played this before. This is just... Dragon is just Snake. There's Duck. I never figured out what Duck was. Elevator Action, F1 Race. Family Jockey. What? It's on here twice, look! There's Dragon, and then Fire Dragon. Where's Baby Dragon? Flappy. Is this Flappy Bird? Doesn't look like it. Well, football, that's soccer. Galg. Not Galaga. Good Hand. This looks like City Connection. Oh my god, it's a reskinned City Connection. Wait, why isn't the road getting painted? Isn't that the point of City Connection? You gotta paint the roads? Weird. This is a weird Hack a City connection. Oh yeah, so let's go. Goonies, we've done that. Ooh, Gradius. Okay, Gyrobite is on here. This is impossible to play unless you have a second controller, because controller 2 is supposed to control the gyros. There's Gyrus. Harry Potter. I highly doubt this is Harry Potter. Hello Kitty games. Fist of the North Star? Hovercraft. Oh no. Oh no. It's on here. Oh god. This predated Zelda, right? Bum ba-dum. Bum ba-dum bum. This is copyright infringement. Yeah, that's highlight. You see many reviewers talk about this, mainly ProJared and AVGN, but yeah, it is that bad. Okay, this is some Sanrio stuff. Okay, regular ass Kung Fu. Lad Angel. Lot. Mock Rider. Mag Max. That's the hovercraft game. I think they're starting to double up now. Metro Cross. What is this? By Namco. Ready yourself. Oh. I've never heard of this game before. Five, four. I have no idea. That was a weird one. I have to go back and check something because I'm pretty sure they have Galaga on here twice. No, I'm talking Gradius. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, Go Ice Hockey's on here too. What is this bullshit? 2 cats, 1 night 3. Got my bomb jack. Okay, this is Ms. Pac-Man, but that's just Pac-Man. Which one is it? Okay. Okay, it's Ms. Pac-Man, but it's the Namco version, so... To Pac-Man aficionados, this is the inferior version of it. Oh. Yeah, so it's Ms. Pac-Man, but it had the Pac-Man image on there. Legend of Kage. Oh, my favorite, Circus Charlie. Gotta get that Circus Charlie in there. Solomon's Key. Spartan X? But this is Kung Fu. So Kung Fu's on here twice. I want to say Spartan X is like the original name for it. Oh. Making me jump when I don't want to. Another OG black box game from the NES. We're in the home stretch. There's not too many games left here to check out. Twin Beasts, fantastic. I mean, Galaga, can't go wrong with Galaga. Sight Bike, Bomberman, got all the Donkey Kongs on here. Load Runner, Macross, Ice Climber, OG Dig Dug, Star Force, Spar. This looks like Ultimate Muscle, or looks like Muscle. Keep saying Ultimate Muscle. I keep saying that because that's the first official one I saw. So let's see, a spar muscle. No! This urban champion. It's that game Nintendo keeps re-releasing, but no one wants to play. It's, I mean, I don't have a problem with Urban Champion. It's a fine game. I don't know where people get hung up about Urban Champion. It's fine. Star Force. Super Elf? This looks like Circus Charlie reskinned. It is. But it's just the tightrope walking level. Which again, I love this game, and on all those pirate carts I would get. It's one of the ones that we just come back and play to again and again. I don't know why. Stargate. This looks like Defender. Is this an NES game? Is this an official black box one? Because this is the same menu as Donkey Kong. Punch Out? Yeah, this is just Defender. Oh, did I go through the Stargate? Why do you keep telling me I need to watch Stargate SG-1? Because apparently there's like a lot of Star Trek cast in that. Warrior Chase, Warp Man. We're almost done here. Let's find something. Okay, actual urban champions on here. Underworld. This looks like Devil World. UFO Race, Top Shot. What's up? Oh yeah, there's. Oh god, is it on here twice? Got Yari Ninja, Yari Kung Fu, Zero Gravity Zippy Race. Zero Gravity? Is this Balloon Fight? Yep. Hang on, I gotta pump up my propellers again. Can't even animate the propellers. Okay, I gotta see if Wrestle and Wrestling Champion is the same. Yeah, there's Muscle. This game's dumb fun. I can never figure out how to play it. But again, this is one that was on those pirate carts. And I had no idea what Muscle was as a kid. I only found out about Muscle through Ultimate Muscle every Saturday morning on the Fox box. And then Bandai kept making those awesome games using the No Mercy Aki engine. Oh, I'm getting my butt kicked. I gotta go. Tag out, tag out. Nope. Ref! Hot tag, hot tag, hot tag. I'm dead. Alright, finally, let's go see if that Wrestling Champion is the same game. Yep. With different characters. Oh, with teddy bears, okay. So no regular pro wrestling with Starman and Amazon. Was it Amazon or Lizardman? I don't know. Oh, I got the. Oh, it's gonna set you on fire. Oh, I'm just straight firing off of Hadoukens. This is an extreme Care Bear. Yay. Caring always wins. Yeah, so the retro handheld console. Not terrible. What I'm going through and playing a little bit more. It's the first one of these that I've had that has Super Mario Brothers running at the correct speed. There wasn't a whole lot of noticeable input lag, and the game selection on this is actually pretty decent. You get a few repeats with some ROM hacks and sprite changes, but other than that, like, I got this again for 20 bucks at a thrift store, and these things regularly go on sale for like $25-30. Temu, I believe, shouts to ETA Prime for showing me this. They sell these units in different sizes, different configurations with a few different ROM listings, and on a good day you can probably get these for 10 bucks and free shipping if you get it on a good day. So recommend you check it out there. Again, not a bad unit. I would highly recommend this if you just want something goofy to play around with, and if you've got the tools like my AV cables and my HDMI, it's something that you can hook up to a television and yeah, have a good time. But the screen itself there, let's actually show you the screen before we end here, and it's loudspeaker. Like, look at the screen. I got TMNT running on that. That's not bad. Fight this guy here. Get out of here. Like, the screen quality on that is pretty decent, I would say. For a handheld like this, it's just playing NES games. That's pretty good. Nice bright colors. But yeah, like I said, like, these are usually up on AliExpress, Amazon, and Temu for roughly around 20-25 bucks plus shipping. If it's something you're interested in, I'll have a link to it in the description below. So yeah, that was the retro handheld console. I don't know the official name because there's so many of these things out here, but again, guys, leave in the comments suggestions for other of these little handheld machines that you may want me to take a look at. We can explore the ROM list together, but until then, I'm Johnny Chase. I still don't have an outro. We'll see you next time.